You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to GUFON University. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is June 26th, 2022. How the heck are you? That's right, kids. Class is in session. GUFON-U has begun. Week 3. Know how to capture the best UFO on video. That's today's lesson. That's right, kids. Grab your pen and paper or your iPads. Some of us are going to learn what not to do, what to do, what you should do, what we do. You know, when people say that, what we do, I know some people who say it all the time. What we do, take away the second do. You only need one do. What we do is not what we do. Do is poo-poo. Write that down. That was a good one. Do is poo-poo. Got it? Write that down. All right, class. Roll call. Who's here already? Den Bub, welcome to the show. Moody Mongol, welcome to the show. Lisa M. Oh, look at you there. You look all relaxed on a Sunday. I like that relaxed look. Of course I do. Who wouldn't? Welcome to the show. Boston Deadhead, welcome to the show. John Hintz, what's up? Cream of the crop. Let the cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah. Dan Bub. Did I already say it? If not, I'll say it again. Welcome to the show. I see UFOs. Welcome to the show. Hey, Joshua Morphew. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Carl Ann. Welcome to the show, of course. Mind blown over UAPs. Welcome to the show. How I win the lotteries here. Welcome to the show. Randall Hills here, everybody. Randy, welcome to the show. Marvin Dale Likens Jr. Welcome to the show. Shell Shock. What's up, ma'am? What's up, ma'am? I said. The Gorilla Gamer, welcome to the show. And by the way, Shell, welcome to the show. AZ Man, welcome to the show. The one who we love more than anybody, Dank. Welcome to the show, Dank. Welcome to the show. Did I say it already? If not, I'll say it again. AZ Man, welcome to the show. I think I did. I just forgot. John P. Adventures, welcome to the show. Moonlit, welcome to this show. Williams Carnundrum. The show has you. K-Man 847, welcome to the show. Nathan Allen, Nathan Nitsky, Nathan Hot Dogs, welcome to the show. And let's get to the front door. Kel's here at the front, just got here. And David Wilcox, I see you there. Welcome to the show, folks. And we're going to start this class in a moment. Rebecca Wiles is here, everybody. Did I already say that? If not, I'm just going to say it again. D. Tubbins been here. Brookers has been here for a minute. And Tony McClear is here. All right, now we're good. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I don't have all day to give names out and say hello. But I'll do it if I can see and say. Speak and spell. What's up, matey? The great. I like the chapeau. F Graph just shot in. What up? Ms. DJ, so nice. They named you twice. All right. Are we good? That's it? Ready to go? What are we doing tonight? That's right. And there's some more Travis Taylor we could throw ourselves into. Not that we need to. Everybody's talking about the old TT. I don't know if I feel bad for him. You know, I really don't know. I was thinking about that today. You know, here's a guy who is, for all intents and purposes, just trying to make a living, right? Do we really know if this guy is doing anything wrong? Is this an integrity issue? You know, saying things that really aren't true and saying things that you can't prove, or making things up, or saying you ran an organization for 13 years, but did you? Who knows? We need to get all our T's crossed and our I's dotted to find out more about Travis Taylor. And I think people have done it, like Green Street and Greenwald. I find that interesting. Both of their names start with the G, green. How does that happen? See, this can't just be a Matrix thing, can it? Is that a coincidence or what? To have two Greenwald, a Green Street. What are the odds? Two guys that start their name with green as their last, green whatever. Both are the individuals that are coming out talking highly or lowly or a lot about Travis Taylor and dropping the info. It's interesting. I just look for those little things in the paranormal world and all that stuff that it makes me think that there's like a script that's already written for each of us, and we don't know it. We think we have free will, and really it's just like the Adjustment Bureau. Have you ever seen the Adjustment Bureau? If you haven't, it's pretty interesting. I like the movie. I've seen it a half a dozen times, where everything's already written. All of our lives are already predestined from birth till death. And these beings that can go through little portals with doors. See, here's the weird thing. They go through doors, like let's say you're in Manhattan. They open up a door, go through it, and they're at Yankee Stadium. But if you're not wearing the hat, you can't go through the door. You got to have a hat. You got to have one of their magic hats on. Stupid, I know. But not all of these doors were there 30, 40, 50 years ago. What, they just built they put a door there and they magically make it another part of the universe you're in on the other side of the door because you're wearing a hat? It's the dumbest thing I've ever, but it works for me. I mean, that's the only thing that you got to turn the door to the knob to the left. What if they don't have a knob? What if it's a push or a sliding door? I don't understand these people. Hey, Ben Yorkshire, Gufonian UK with $1, a quid, a Benny. It's a super dono, first one of the day. Thank you. And you're a continuing supporter of GUFON. That's for dang show. Thanks, Ben. Ben Yorkshire, Gufonian UK. Boop. Thanks, Ben Yorkshire, Gufonian UK, for the £1, £1 quid, $1 super dono. First one of the day. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thank you very much. Hey, Don Mofo. Same thing, a super dono. No emoji sticker. Why do I say that? I hate that. There's no sticker and there's no comment. It's just pure love. And don't forget, we are donated supported. That's how we do this every day. I don't know how much longer because, not, need the donations to keep going. But every little bit helps. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all that shit. All the links are in the description. But thank you very much. Don Mofo, continuing supporter of GUFON. Mucho gusto. But Travis, not so sure. I have some videos here. Let me see if I put it up here. I think I did. Oh, that was, yeah, we don't need that. I can get rid of that. Oh, Skinwalker. Nah, I'm going to get rid of that. We already talked about Skinwalker yesterday. I played this video. This is from 13 years ago, just to, before we get to class, even though it is in session. The class is a short one today. Not much to go over, but yeah, you are going to enjoy it. That's for sure.
I'm Dr. Travis Taylor. I'm a subject matter expert in space defense, asymmetric warfare, rocket science, and alien invasions. I've really studied this phenomenon my whole life, and I've made a pretty good detailed investigation into what might happen where we have a first contact.
Which is weird, because didn't he say he said he never studied or cared for UFOs?
With extraterrestrials. Now, this message is a welcome and a warning for any UFOs or aliens out there that might receive this signal and decide to act upon it. First, the signal was sent against my advisement. Second, if you do show up, you got to keep this in mind. Humanity is mostly a peace-loving, fun-loving species, but we have a very good propensity to make warfare. And if anybody shows up and tries to impose things on us, cultural or alien concepts that are something against what we're all about, we will make darn sure to activate our warfare making machine. So keep that in mind and come visit us. We'll have a good time. We'll learn from each other. We'll see y'all soon.
I was somebody sent me a link to another Skinwalker Ranch documentary, and I was watching it, and it is one of the worst movies. I couldn't even watch it. It's called Skinwalker Ranch, What is the Secret? And I'm going to show you the main reason why it was bad. Fair use in it, that's for dang sure. I got to show you why. There's only one reason why. Hold on, I got to find the right one. I can only play a few seconds because, you know, it's a year old. It's their documentary. But there's one major reason why this is bad, and it's not for subject matter. It's a person. Let me show you why. In about 6 seconds. This is why I stopped watching it after 26 minutes. And I'm the only, I would have kept watching it, but this person was in it every step of the way, so I had to stop watching. This woman right here, absolutely the worst I could see, and I'm fair using this for training purposes. I'm not saying don't watch the movie. I'm saying I couldn't watch the movie.
Stay tuned.
And she treats this like it's a game
Among
show.
the Navajo, skinwalkers are like werewolves, evil witches who can transform themselves into the creatures of their choosing, mostly into a large wolf.
I mean, who talks like that? You know who talks like that? People who are talking to first graders.
You know how you can camp here as well and get a tour right on the mesa.
Everything she does is over exaggerated and annoying, as bad as it gets. I am only showing you snippets here, but she's in it all along the way, and the way she acts, it is just brutally hard for me to watch. I just can't watch it. And then they're not even talking from the heart. If you're going to make a documentary and you're going to be in it, act like you know what you're talking about. These people are reading off teleprompters. They're not even talking to people that are there. They're just doing this. Yeah, you know, every time, you know, great question you got there, computer corner. Yeah. I'm talking to the corner of my computer here. You know, when we go down to Skinwalker, we really imagine that there's Skinwalker everywhere. I know. You can see it with your own eyes. Your own eyes. You'll see it with your own eyes. Ugh. I hate bad actors in documentaries, movies, and cartoons. Nothing worse than that. Anyway, that's the movie, and I'm not watching it. They said they talk about things, there's stories that you've never heard before, and 26 minutes in to a 58-minute documentary, and I didn't hear anything yet. So I wasted 26 minutes of my life watching people talk to the right side of a camera or the left side of a bush. You know, nobody's even talking. I mean, it's just not that good. It's boring. And then they have scenes where they're trying to get you involved with the ranch. I mean, you're making a 58-minute documentary on Skinwalker Ranch. Don't play 38 seconds of watching the river water slide down the side of a mountain. Like, I get it. There's water in the desert. Yay. Whoever made this movie is, who made this thing? Let me see. This is just awful. That's why it's free. But it is awful. Just awful. Holy mackerel. Look at this. Look at all these. I mean, here's they got merch, Skinwalker Ranch, season 1, season 2. They're pushing. There's the movie. It is on Amazon, or was. I don't know. Look at all this. You want to go to Skinwalker? Damn, they got a lot of stuff here. Books. Whoever made the documentary, you need to learn. Although they did frame up the people nicely, so whoever knew how to work the camera did that, but it was a boring movie. It was boring. I got all the way up to like right about halfway, right to this guy. That's where I got. This guy here was telling a decent story. This guy who was at the burrito mobile, or I guess not really, but ice machine. It's the ice box. I don't know. It's a little what do you call those things? It's a mobile Mobile meal. Anyway, Wilka with the Canadian $5 super dono right smack in the beginning of the show. Mucho gusto, generoso, grazie. You are a continuing supporter of GUFON. What's a dono? No sticker and no comment, just pure love. Thank you, Wilka. And go look up Carnundrum on TikTok, right? TikTok. We've got a TikTok in a minute, little later. Thank you. Yeah, Coral, I just saw it there, so I grabbed it. Anyway, I do not recommend watching Skinwalker Ranch. What is the secret? Because of her. But I haven't watched the whole thing. Maybe they tell 5 or 6 stories in the next 25 minutes. I don't know. But it was boring for me. And I'm sorry to say that. I tried. Travis Taylor, the guy. What do we do with this guy? What do we do? Seriously. Making up stories, lying. And here's what's going to happen. Nothing. Because the people that love him already are going to love him no matter what. There's nothing you can do to change their minds. This is something I have a very hard time accepting. And it's why I am the way I am. I have a very hard time accepting that people don't see things my way. It's like, how do you not see the truth right in front of you? This guy, for whatever reason, lied about a lot of shit. He's into UFOs. He's not. Was he the director or whatever you call it of UAPTX for 13 years? Was he not? Nobody. It's just so much bullshit going on in this field at one time. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is why I'm doing the day show. I just have to clear my mind and go on and talk about real life for a change. And I'm telling you, it's working. Now, oh yeah, just a little FYI. The morning show, I'm thinking of just going Monday through Friday in the morning, 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. But it may be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm just expect it every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. for now. Yeah, I don't know. And the reason I'm doing it on another channel, because I'm going to be talking about things that have nothing to do with UFOs. So I got people saying, why don't you just do it on your own channel? No, it'll confuse people. They won't understand what's going on. That's the world we live in. Plus, it's nice to have another outlet just in case, Yeah. But 10 a.m. tomorrow. So we'll be live in the mornings and at night at 7 right here on YouTube. So nothing will happen to Travis. Nobody will care. Those of us that care, what do you think's going to happen? Nothing. We're still going to watch him. We're still going to talk about him. We did the same thing when we found out Lou was a scumbag, for sure, a scumbag. Now, I figured out why Lou and now other people are going to the lower tier podcasts like mine, under 10,000, the smaller channels, let's just say it for what it is. I'm a small channel. I'm not big, that's for sure. I'm right in the middle, I guess you could say now. The way YouTube is nowadays in this field, to get 10,000 subscribers, it's hard. Very, very hard. We're all shadow banned to a point. So with that being said, can you believe this? I forgot what I was saying. What was I just saying? Let me rewind it. Hold on. I'm going to rewind my own show and see what I was just saying. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's right. I figured it out. I went back to hear what I was saying and it worked. podcasts that have a small venue, see, what they do is this. They look at us as free advertising. Now, hear me out. They'll go on the big show once a month or in between the little ones. But really, why they're doing this, they want us to fight for them. I can't believe how cool Luiz Elizondo is. It's a psychological thing. He came on my podcast and I only have 600 subscribers. How cool is this guy? And no matter what Lou does from here on out, he sold himself to that small podcast who he and his audience will now talk about Lou in a positive light. No matter how small, 50 people, 500, 5,000, you're going to get a percentage of people that will never hate you. It's pretty smart. That's what he's doing. That's what other people are realizing. That's what they're doing. You go on the small shows, they will boost your ego bigger than anybody. They will do whatever you say. They will ask you the questions you want them to ask. Plus, you get a little bit of practice before you go on mainstream media on how you can rebut certain questions or certain attitudes or any situation. You're preparing for it by going on the small channels who will help advertise for you for free, and you get a lot of practice. It's genius. It's a really good model to promote yourself without promoting yourself. And it's also a scumbag move because it's not sincere, because it's all bullshit. You think Luiz Elizondo gives a shit about Rob Heatherly? You think he gives a shit about Fistler? He wants them to fight for him against people like me. And they will, because Lou has given them a false sense of friendship, a false sense of he's on their side, and they believe it. Because if Lou came on a show like mine or other channels that don't agree with him, what do you think would happen? Lou can't control himself. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's no different than me. The only thing is, Lou is known internationally now, and he can't say certain things. But guess what? He could have those small channels do it for him. And that's what we saw this year. That's what we saw a few months ago. We saw them being manipulated by Lou to go after us, because Lou can't do it. You see? So that's what these guys are doing. They're going on small channels. It's smart. It's a great way to practice. In case you screw up, who's going to hear about it? Not a lot of people, unless, it gets picked up by somebody and they make it go mainstream. Nonetheless, less risk, high reward for going on smaller channels. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. That's why they do the small channels. I really do. Because I don't see any other reason for going on there other than to gain some troops for the battle. And when you go on a channel that nobody else will go on, hey, look, Christina Gomez refuses to go on any shows unless you have at least 5,000 subscribers. Isn't that what it is? 5,000? Right? Who is she? I mean, it's so funny to me. Why would you do that to yourself? First of all, you look like an asshole, right? You look like the biggest narcissist. I'm so good that I will not go on a show. You have 4,999. You better get that 5,000 subscriber by the time I show up, or I won't go on, because I am Christina Gomez. Gomez. Oh my God. He did it again. He did it again. Why you picking on Christina? Why you picking on her? Because she's the one who put it out there that I only go on shows with 5 to 15,000 subscribers. 20, I don't know, something like that. It's a ridiculous thing for anybody to say in this field. Anybody. Greer does it. Screw that guy. I will not go out a podcast unless you have 50,000 subscribers. Something ridiculous. It's a high number. Unbelievable. The goal. You know? The goal. All right. Somebody just sent me a message. What's this? Ah. Yes. Yes. Yes, that's true. Ah, brother. Anyway. Live messages. Gotta love them. Oh, I wanted to thank, I didn't see this until the show ended last night. Hold on. I have to thank somebody. Who was it? Who was it? Hold on. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Shell Shock with the $5 Cash App last night. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Just wanted to thank you. And they don't give me a way to respond immediately back, so I just figured I'd wait till today. So I appreciate that. A little more here. Let's pull this up. A little Travis Taylor. This, if you watched Josh and Artemis last night, I think they played part of these clips. I just think it's a little cute. It's cute. Travis is so adorable. I just want to put him in my pocket, you know, take him with me everywhere and just listen to him speak. Hey, Rich. Yeah. Why don't we go to In-N-Out Burger? I can't eat that. It's too much sodium. Too much. Well, I'll tell you what, if you drink a lot of water, you'll piss that shit out right out your penis. Oh, okay. Thanks, Travis. Anytime, man. Anytime. Just keep me warm in the pocket. And I don't want to get sunburned. So can you get a button for the top of this pocket, please?
When you join the task force, do you go back and look at some of the cases they've already been studying? For example, Tic Tac and Gimbal.
Absolutely. In fact, I've studied all of those in great detail. And I'm doing a new analysis since I've retired with the data that's available to the public on the Gimbal video. And it's clear from the Gimbal video that there are things in that are not typical of aviation vehicles.
Do you think?
Not typical, but could be. Could be that you just don't understand what we're looking at. See, that's what I think is going on with the gimbal. I think it's a man-made drone. I think it's something like that. And a while back when that video first came out, like it did, somebody put a drone tail, you know, like you got a vision from behind the drone, you know, you just see the wings and the fin in the back, and it matched up until the gimbal thing started, you know, doing this and acting a little different. But I am feeling really strong in my bones that we are seeing something that really isn't happening. And the reason I'm saying that, why hasn't anybody shown us other FLIR video that could be similar to that? Nobody's duplicating it. You think the government could duplicate something like that for us just to nip it in the bud? Right? Why don't they do that? Why don't they take one of their planes? They're the same plane. What was it? An F-16, F-8, probably an F-16 back then. I don't know. Well, whatever it is, take your jet, fly behind a drone, fly behind a commercial jet, and see if you can get similar readings, similar visuals. Why aren't they doing this? I'll tell you why. Because they will debunk themselves and they will not be able to put the fear of God into people who are casual observers of ufology, thinking that we're going to be invaded by aliens. It's a threat. We need funding. We need to study this. We don't know what they are, where they are, who they are. We don't even know how to study them. That's what's scary. Really? So do something. Prove it to me. Prove it to the world. Why don't they do that? They don't put our minds at ease. So what if they debunk it? Debunk it. At least you know now that is not, oh, you can't, because then you take away the fear factor. If they disprove it, oh, okay, the government's making mistakes. The gimbal, they were calling that an unusual craft, maybe not made of, from this earth. Off-world vehicle can become an on-world vehicle. But nobody has shown that they're trying to debunk it. They're trying to figure it out. We just have bozos with 500 degrees and their PhD. Let me ask you something, and I've said this a million times, and we heard this on Alien Addict Show with the Dave Williams guy who was on the other night. Was it last night? Last night. When he said exactly the same thing I have been saying for years. I've been saying it since year number 1, actually, that what good is a PhD, a degree guy like an astrophysicist, like a Stanton Friedman, if you don't have the physical object to study? What are they going to do? How are they? Oh, well, they're going to do the math on it. They're going to figure out what the G-forces are. Big deal. I could take a rough guess myself with all the shit I've learned over the years. It's not that hard. Well, it is for some people. Well, let me tell you, I know more than Travis does. And I say that hands down. Hands down, me against this guy in a UFO contest and who can figure out what's on camera and who can't, everybody. I would walk them right to the water. That's why it's silly. It's silly to listen to this guy rant on about what he's done, what he's doing, and what he can do. Because really, he's no better than any of us. No better. But when you have PhD, DR, astrophysicist, scientist in front of your name or after it, all of a sudden you get credibility in this field. I have no idea why. I've watched that Gary Nolan guy make mistake after mistake after mistake. It's almost.
Do you understand the physics of how those things fly? What's proposed?
No, I don't think I understand the physics of it. But what I do understand is they're flying in a way that we don't.
Wow. Listen, this is the part I wanted. Here's what he just said. I don't understand the physics, but they're flying in a way that we don't. Woohoo, really? Wow, man.
There's something going on there that appears to be propellantless propulsion.
Wow, propellantless propulsion. That means no propellant is seen, I guess.
Because we don't see exhaust plumes, we don't see turbulence wakes. And the other thing is we don't see matter around them change as it passes through the different media.
Right. We don't see matter change, we don't see air disturbance. We don't see gravity fluxing, changing. And he's going to say when they go in the water, and we've seen this with the Peru sighting, these objects, and I calculated them going about 75 miles an hour. And if you were to go into the water at 75 miles an hour, there would be a disturbance, a splash, and we don't see none of that. And if you wanted to go 75 miles an hour in a water unimpeded, you would have to have 2 Rolls-Royce engines. Something like that. Let's see if I'm right.
Like the Puerto Rico video, for example, the thing flies right into the water with no splash, no wake, and it's moving about 75, I calculated 74 miles per hour. And to move a thing that I estimate to be about the size of a basketball, 74 miles per hour underwater, under salt water, would take the power of a jet of 2 Learjet engines.
Oh, that's what it was. 2 Learjet engines, Rolls-Royce engines. Rolls-Royce engines, believe it or not, Rolls-Royce builds jet engines, if you didn't know. Yeah, I think I got that pretty right, except 74 miles an hour, not 75. Yeah, 74. Stupid. I'm going to sound smarter than the average bear, and I'm going to make it from 75 to 74, because if I say 74, I sound like I did some real math right there. Travis. It's all falling apart. Sad. It's a sad day and sad week. And lastly, let me pull this one up. Skinwalker he talks about. Yeah. I don't remember where. I forgot to write down the number of where to start this clip. But I wanted to play these yesterday and I forgot. And then I think Josh and Artemis played them. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
What really scares me the most
was about Skinwalker. What really scares me the most. Oh, by the way, this guy also plagiarized the story about his stigmata. He said that they had some sort of shaman priest come over there, I think, to Skinwalker and try to look in and see what he felt and all that shit. And said that Travis is going to get a visit tonight. And then he had a dream. And then I forget his dream was about something, seeing Jesus. Let me pull it up. It's actually funny.
and not where they are. And this could cause.
He had a dream about something with God. Why can't I remember?
$1,000 drones, and that is GPS quit functioning. So this is a capability that's
right. It's an intelligence of some sort
in a way that is going to befuddle what you're perfectly with the equipment, or will quit working. I'm doing things.
Damn it, I can't remember. But anyway, it was a Native American poked his cheek. Is that what it was? A Native American Indian ghost. Yeah, something like that. If not exactly that. And well, he woke up and he said he had a stigmata. What is a stigmata? Stigmata is when you wake up or out of nowhere, you have injuries on, well, what should be here, but maybe in the palms of your hands, right before your ankle, on your feet, depending, right around your forehead where the prickly crown went around Jesus' head. You will wind up with bruises or bleeding or something in the places where Gigi was sacrificed. Gigi Christ. Hey, Joe, Gigi, it's Jesus. Yeah, whatever you say there, Gigi. Why don't you go walk on water? Oh, you can't? What are you, stuck up there? Get down off that cross. Come on. Poor Gigi. Don't make fun of that. How dare you make fun of Jesus? Hey, I got your Jesus right here. Here's your Jesus right here. Say what I want. But he said he woke up with a stigmata. And that story isn't even his. Now, when I watched him tell that story, the very first time I saw him tell that story, I said, oh my God, this is not his story. He memorized this. And you can totally tell when he tells the story that he memorized that story. It's not his. I don't care what he says. He can put his hand on a Bible and swear in the courts. He is a liar. I forget where that story came from.
And we'll pull them out when things.
Somebody said it in their chat room last night. They brought it up where he grabbed that story. Yeah. I'm reading the chat room, seeing if I'm picking up anything. Anyway, yeah, it's sad. It's real sad what this community is accepting. You know, really, really, really sad. It makes me angry. People wonder why I'm so verbose on things and why I get so animated and why I swear and make these. It's because I came into this field with what I thought was really good evidence in an honest manner. And then come to find out every single person I was communicating with is a bullshitter. This is back in 2004, in the beginning of 2005. And I was like, and I said this before, nobody cares. They just like the way my videos look. They don't give a shit. Not one person said, can I have somebody come out to your home and visit you? Not one person said, what kind of camera is that? After I started sending these videos to people in the major websites around the community back then, because I didn't have one, I stopped putting in all the details. I didn't put in the camera. I just said shot on my Sony Handycam High 8, and that was it. Didn't give the model number anymore. I stopped telling people about the weather. I said, here's the next video. I was looking northwest at 11 o'clock on June 21st, you know, and that's it. And that was good enough. And nobody questioned me. Not one person said, why are you seeing so many objects? Well, at first I was new and didn't know what I was doing. So everything in the sky to me was brand new. And tricking myself, thinking I'm seeing real UFOs, sending it to people who should know what I'm seeing. But you see what I captured. They're all dots. Nobody can tell what dots are, but dots were accepted and they're still accepted today. If your dot is doing something with other dots, that's a good video. Like my fleet video. You guys haven't even seen yet. I can't wait to show people the real shit that's happening in that video. It's crazy. It's just nutty. And I couldn't see it on this monitor yesterday. It's really pissing me off. We accept way too much and we're way too forgiving as a field. Travis should be investigated now. And I say, put a halt on having him come to your conference. Why would you want him to speak after all of these lies? Plagiarism. Alleged plagiarism. All right, I'll say alleged plagiarism until I know exactly the story. But when he was telling the story of his dream, I'm like, wait, why do I know this dream? I've never heard him talk about this. I think that's why. I've heard it before. All right. Well, let me pull up. Hold on. I think it's almost time. Isn't it? It's almost time for class. Not yet. Hold on. I'm looking for something. Is this it? That might be it. All right. I got a video I want to play. What is this? Drones? Oh, this is a good story that I wanted to talk about too. Mystery drones of Southern California, Socal. Yeah, this is from March 8th, but it's interesting. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Just a real good article on all the drone activity. Yeah. Cattle mutilations examined. Jetpack Man, we talked about that yesterday. Hold on a second, I'm looking up. Huh. Dr. Greer, what's he doing now? Participate in the upcoming global CE5 event, July 2nd. He's got a global one. Go out between 9 p.m. and midnight in your time zone. with a group of friends or an existing CE5 group to form a continuous light around the world, reaching out in universal peace. Hold on, I got to show you this. This can't be real. This can't be real. Hold on, I'm just going to show you my inbox real quick, because that's where the story is, right on this. It doesn't, I can't blow it up. Can I? I guess these are supposed alien heads. There's nobody in the chair though, right? But here's 2 alien heads. I don't even know what to say. Thousands around the globe have already formed contact groups. Now is the time to magnify global coherence by all of us coming together in higher consciousness in a way that can move the world and humanity in the path of universal peace. A big thank you to all the CE5 contact groups around the world for continuing the work of peaceful contact between Earth and other interstellar civilizations. Ideas for we do not have any official representatives or certified CE5 teachers, only Greer. We encourage you to study the materials on your own or with friends via the app or our YouTube channel. Do not think you can master the CE5 without Greer. How dare you? Don't even try it. Greer is the only one with the ability and the know-how to be your teacher. With that being said, I'm your teacher, Rich Giordano. It is time for GUFON-U. Class is in session. Let me get rid of this. So, a lot of people ask me, how do you get those UFO videos you have? And I said, first of all, we don't know what they are. They're UAPs, not UFOs. No, I don't say that. I'm joking. They're still UFOs to me. I will, come on with this. You know, I don't have time for the bullshittery. See, it works when you open your hands. You got to do it like a vagina. I'm sorry, ladies. That's just how it works. You're a misogynist. Oh, this is the one. No. That should have been the one I used. So people always ask, you know, what do you have? Magic eyes? Believe it or not, yeah. Yeah, I did at one time. How is that possible? Because in March, actually it was the end of February, 2 weeks before my 40th birthday, I believe it was. No, wait, 36th birthday. How old was I? 36 in 2004? I got LASIK surgery. I couldn't even read the big E on the eye chart. That's how bad my eyes were. You saw the picture of me. I was wearing glasses at one time in my life, you know. I don't need to keep showing my ex, but there, I see I used to wear glasses. And she bought me the LASIK surgery because she used to be a fleet manager at a dealership and gave this eye doctor a really good deal. So I basically got one eye for free. Yeah, get one eye done, the other eye. I got it for half price. So I went in and got the surgery, and within, a couple of days, everything was perfect. And, you can see when you're done, it's just foggy. And then they give you like half a Valium, before, so it relaxes your blood vessels and everything. And Oh man, my vision was 2015 for 2 years minimum. And then I never went back to the eye doctor because I kept, you get like 7 or 8 free visits. So they keep checking up on your eye. So I went every other month for 2 years. And my vision was 2015. I was almost able to read the very bottom line on the eye chart. That's how good my eyesight was. And it did play a role into seeing these UFOs. Now, a lot of people get into this field by accident. I did too. And when you get into it, either you're drawn into it and you stay with it, or you're drawn into it and you can't stay with it. So it becomes a casual thing. Nothing could have worked out better for me at this time in my life to become a UFO researcher. Everything fell into place. I settled down. I had a very good job. My wife had a great job. I had my own house, my own property, where I could do what I want. And I could make my own schedule. So everything, you go back a year before that, and there's no way I wouldn't have even cared about looking for UFOs or talking about it. But everything just aligned perfectly. It's almost as if everything in my life was leading up to this point. So, even my dog had the birth of 7 or 8 little birthmarks that formed the Big Dipper on his back. Talk about strange. Yeah. So take the dog out the first night I got him, April 15th, 2004, approximately 2 months after I had my eye surgery. And me and my wife took him out at 10 o'clock and we saw strange lights right above us, way up there. Probably satellites is what I said they were. Then the next night I went out at the same exact time by myself, laid down, looked up, and saw almost the same thing happen. And I'm like, well, if they're satellites, then they should be showing up at the same time every day. But that's not true because there's the rotation of the earth, the tilt, the da-da-da-da-da. It's not like that. But what I saw sucked me in, and I borrowed my sister's camera. 2 months later, I was going out. I was still going out seeing stuff. I just didn't have a camera to record anything. But through trial and error, there's a lot you have to fall into accidentally to understand what you're seeing on video. And also, you need to have the time and the patience to do this stuff. People think it's easy. It's so damn the opposite. You have no idea. And I lived in Arizona, where the nights got down to 95 to 100 degrees in the summer. It didn't get any cooler than 95 usually. So we're talking heat, time, energy, trial and error. And I had nobody teaching me. But how do you wind up catching UFO videos? How do you wind up catching UFOs the right way? And not only catching them the right way, but showing people them the right way. This is the most difficult thing I see on the internet. People not knowing how to record. First of all, if you have a cell phone camera, do not use it. Only use it as a backup. Only use it to double verify what you're seeing maybe. But do not make that your main camera. It can't be, because those cameras suck at night and they don't have the zoom capability, and also easy to fake shit. Too easy. Even though it's probably easy to figure out, but still, cell phones suck for sky watching. Now, a lot of people think they can just go out there and start recording things and call them UFOs. Maybe to the untrained eye, that might be somewhat true. You can do that. but you'll have very little success. There's too many people out here in this field right now that understand what a plane looks like afar, what a light looks like up on a mountain. You know, too many people out here know. Now, I have seen debunkers think they know what they're debunking, and they're wrong, 100% wrong. I've been wrong many times, so many times. I made so many mistakes. It's ridiculous. But that's how you learn. I don't have a problem with mistakes as long as you're not telling everybody it's real. But when you're out there recording stuff, it's not easy. It's very difficult. You're not going to see a UFO every day. That's the one thing you have to get into your mind. Where do you live? Do you live in a hot zone? Do you live in a place where you have a lot of room to see the sky? Can you see it 30 miles in all directions? Is it cloudy where you live a lot? Is it cold or is it hot all the time? What kind of environment are you in? A lot of stuff comes into play. And I always tell everybody, if you're going to record something, to get a high 8 camera. They're cheap. You can buy them online for $120. They come with the battery. They should come with all the accessories for $120. Now, we're talking about older technology that you just can't buy in a store anymore. But why high 8? High 8, it's not as easy to fake shit. You will see the pixelating. And if somebody's trying to overlay on a high 8, it is very hard to inject something that isn't in the original video without being detected, because there's so much snow, there's so much static, or tape static as I like to call it. You can't match it. And it's easy to detect fakes if you know what to look for. So I like high 8 for that reason. Digital, you don't get that kind. You do, you get some static, but usually it's because of it's too bright or it's too dark. And that's not what I'm talking about. High 8 is totally static throughout, no matter what. You can't see it unless you go into slow motion frame by frame. I mean, you can see it, but it's just not as obvious when it's in 30 frames a second. So I like a high 8 camera. If you have digital and that's all you can get, fine. But your shit better be really good and really focused. And you better have a tripod. Get a tripod. That is the number one thing in this field, the lack of tripods. I see a lot of people out there just using cell phones and no if you're going to use your cell phone, at least have a tripod for it, or a handheld tripod. I usually have one lying around. I think I threw it on the floor when I was looking. Yeah, I think but they're small, you know, and you put your camera on or in it and it locks it in, and you just, phew, mine looks like a gun. It must be in the other room. Yeah, it's in the other room. But you need a tripod. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, a tripod and a camera, and then just what? Zoom in on the object. Okay, so I got it. Now that you've captured it, no, there's more to it. There's a lot more to it. So when you're recording this, what a lot of people do, they don't show the end of the video. You ever notice that? Like, you see an object in the sky, and then the video just shuts off. You never understand how the object disappears, how it left the scene. And you only see it at the end, right? Oh, it's recording. It's right there over the mountain, and then the video ends. And then you hear the narrator go, so here we have an object that's hovering over the mountains. So how did it leave? Where did it go? Why don't we see the end of this video? Let me tell you something. anytime somebody shows me a video without me seeing this object leave is, number one, irresponsible as a UFO researcher. And somebody, if they're just casually recording something and they have to get to work, I understand that. You're not going to sit there for however long you need to. You're in traffic, or you're in a bus or whatever, you're going to work or school. I get that. But I can't tell you how many times where people aren't going anywhere, are in no rush, and they're sitting there recording history. It's a UFO. It's from another planet. It's another species. My God, how did it leave the area? Oh, it just took off like that. You got it on video, right? Nah, I had to leave. Wait, but you saw it. You said you saw it. Yeah, when I was leaving, and then took off. I'm like, no, something's wrong with this story. And usually, if it's too good to be true, 99 out of 100 times it is. Right? And that other time, we'll never find out what it was. So this is a problem. People don't know that we need to see that evidence. And I want to see the moments leading up to it. I want to see the camera shaking. I want to see you trying to get it into focus. If you guys can do all of that and center it as best as you can on a tripod, you've got a video that will be better than 98% of the ones that are out there. And don't forget to add in every element. Did you feel compelled to record this? Who was with you? Did anybody else stop with you to watch this or record it? What time of day was it? What is your camera's name? What's the settings it was on, if you know? Were you driving? Have you seen this before? Did you dream about this? All sorts of things need to be entered into a report that aren't. And I wish there was just more for people to learn from. But nobody's teaching us this stuff. Nobody taught me what I'm telling you. Nobody cared. Well, actually, it was never even talked about. Which GUFON University, GUFON-U, is something I thought about many, many years ago when it was going to be the AZ college or something like that I was going to do. I always wanted to teach people on a way to do it. Now, of course, I don't have any visuals, to go along or demonstrate, but this is not rocket science. This is just holding a camera, using a tripod, recording everything from beginning to end, and center it the best you can. And don't touch your settings. Leave make sure you have it on manual focus. If you have it on autofocus, you're doing a disservice to yourself, but also to everybody watching. And I've seen this on many, many videos where it's on autofocus. And what happens? The video goes in and out of focus, trying to focus on this little tiny dot in the sky. And it blows it up, or it shrinks it down, or blows it up. And you're getting a distorted view of what's really out in the sky. So manual focus, tripod, high 8 camera if you got one, beginning to end, and be honest when you write your report. You don't need to embellish anything. For God's sakes, if you're seeing a UFO, you're capturing a part of history. Treat it as such. Because it is. I need a drink. And let me see something. What else? I'm thinking. I think that's pretty much it. I think that is really it. That's the essentials right there. high-8 camera, record from beginning to end, show everybody what you captured, right? You can shoot at night or in the day, it doesn't matter. Another thing you should try to do is call somebody else. Always try to corroborate, try to get somebody else to come over, try to record it with another camera. Now, usually most sightings happen very quickly. I'm sorry, bad grammar, very quick. Right? Isn't that right? Because I said very. Very is the adjective. Is it very quickly? That doesn't sound right. Very quick, isn't it? I don't know. I think it's very quick. I don't know. I'm not a physicist. I don't have a degree. So all I have are these glasses that I don't even use anymore. For some reason, my eyesight got better. I was just using it for effect. I can't think of anything else. Anybody use flash when filming dust? Now, let me go into the class. Do you have any questions? All right, let's see. Any questions? Camera shake with a tripod. That's me. Now, the reason my camera had that, because my camera did not have the optical imaging stabilizer. Remember, I'm old school from the 04 days, 05, 06, 07, 08. High-def cameras didn't come out until about 05 and a half, and they were about $1,000 a pop. I got one for like $700, and I hated it. It just gave a different look to the video. It looked digital. It was weird. Gorilla Gamer, yep, you can proudly use your cell phone cam, and you will not be taken seriously. If you want to be taken seriously, that is not going to work. That is not going to work. What is this? Open your eyes. 2, be awake. 3, eat food. Can UFO hunt on an empty stomach? Who needs a degree? You don't need a degree. That's the problem. People think you need a degree to be credible in this field. Jim Neff says, only when deemed necessary will the UFOs be revealed by the government. That's a good way of thinking. Only when it's desperate time. Dana says, I think of UFOs every time I eat mashed potatoes. Well, I would think, Dana, the reason you would say that, because you don't UFO hunt and don't know how hard it is. Everybody thinks that you're going to capture something and it's going to be smooth and there's not going to be any shake and there's not going to be any blurry. First of all, these are objects that are moving. Second of all, we're using commercial grade cameras with optics that are only feasible, perfectly sharp, feasible. They're only good within 100 feet. And we're using them for objects that are thousands of feet away, if not miles. And when you zoom into an object far away, and you're almost at your maximum zoom, the slightest breath you make, you move a hair, it looks like a 10.0 earthquake. It's not that easy. And a lot of cameras now make it easy. There shouldn't be a lot of shake nowadays with the OIS, with the stabilizations that even cell phone cameras have now. But back when I did it, sorry. I know you're making fun of it. I know, but it's serious. I know, Dana. I know. Believe me, I don't get mad. People think I do, but I'm not. I'm just saying. It is. I think of it too. Exact same thing. Every time I see a UFO or every time I'm eating mashed potatoes, I think same thing. But I'm trying to put a little positivity on this, and it's not easy. And a lot of people say that, think it's easy, and it's not. It's not. If you go outside with your cell phone camera and you see a bird down the street, zoom in on it, wait for it to fly, hit record, zoom in on it, and follow it. I bet you won't. Nobody can be perfectly still, even with the stabilizers that are on the cameras when you're zoomed in that way. It's impossible. It's impossible. Steam Train Mark. Oh, you're welcome? Did I miss something? But you're welcome. You're very welcome. I know. Alien Addicts here? I didn't see Alien Addict here. The only people who need a degree are the people who are trying to use it as a reason to scam you. Oh my God, that is a beautiful comment. That's the title of the next show. That's the title of the next show. Babs is asking, GUFON, how has your luck been in Florida? When I was younger, you could see cool stuff leaving MacDill and heading over here near the bombing range. Not so much anymore. Well, I haven't done much sky watching since I've been in Florida, so nothing. A couple of weekends ago, I spent a considerable time looking for locations, and I found a good one where nobody would come around. And I'm going to go back there this weekend and see what I can capture. I'm going to do my own CE5, but no luck yet. Good question. My smartphone has 64 megapixel telephoto model, crystal clear. So what? So what? The depth, that 64 megapixel, hear what you're saying? Telephoto. That's not video. Nobody gives a shit about photos. Who gives a shit about photos? Photos, when somebody sends me a photo, I say, I don't trust it. It looks nice, but I need video. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, there's a lot of people out there scamming everybody by putting pictures up with their cell phone. It takes the same exact energy, the same exact pressing of your thumb on your phone to open up a video camera than it does to, it's the same amount of steps is what I'm trying to say. Home screen, cam app, record. No, move over to video record. 4 steps. All right, it's one less step for photos for me. But my God, just hit record and not photo. Well, you get a lot more megapixels when you use your camera. I understand that. I've got 49 megapixels on mine, but I don't use it. I would never take a photo. Well, and you know what? When I'm taking video, I can take a photo inside the video while I'm doing it, but it's on video resolution, high def. And I could do 4K on mine. So why don't you just put it on 4K? And when you see something, record. I don't understand why people would want to just take a picture when video is the same thing. Same steps. Rich from D-Tubbin. I have a EOS Rebel T6 with 400, 800, 1000 aftermarket lens to video. I'm buying third gen night vision. Holy shit. Now that's a camera. Nice. I like that. Hey, and if that's going lens, putting it up for video, that's phenomenal. Phenomenal. 12 megapixel. I think that's what mine is too. Yeah, I think mine's 12. Yeah, we have awesome sunsets, but all the chemicals make it almost impossible to skywatch. You can barely see airplanes anymore at Babs. I've got a 1080 doorstep. Yep. Who doesn't dream of mashed potatoes? I know. I used to have nightmares about them. Anyway, as far as getting the perfect video, that is exactly what we need to do. You need to, and if you're catching a dot, would you just please use the apps that are the satellite apps? They have an Iridium Flare satellite app. You can always look up to see if it's a satellite, an Iridium satellite, the ISS, the Hubble. All sorts of things are on these apps that can tell you when, where you captured it. It's not that hard. It isn't. It's easy to skywatch, but it takes a lot of time. If you don't have the patience, I just used to listen to satellite radio all day and all night. I had it free, still do. But I used to, when Howard Stern came on in January of 2006, when he changed over to satellite, yeah, my nighttime skywatching was continuous. I don't think Jeff Willis is the only other person I know who has more hours outside than me. And I know there's another guy, I can't remember. Is it Farmer? Dave Farmer? I don't know. This guy who's got an array of telescopes and cameras, but he catches bullshit and he's calling them UFOs. And people are like, oh, well, he's got these great cameras. He must be capturing UFOs. Nope. And I've gotten in arguments with people over this guy. And I've looked at his videos. I'll find out who it was. He's very well known. I just can't remember his name. But this guy travels a lot and goes to where UFO hotspots are. And he's got a YouTube channel too. But he's got incredible camera setup. It's gorgeous. But he's wrong on what he's capturing. Says he's capturing TR-3Bs when in fact they're airplanes. Anyway, that's class on that. Now, yeah, we still got a few minutes left. Yeah, we got 20, 30 minutes left. We're not done. But that was a quick class. I didn't expect it to go on for an hour. Capiche? Hold on. I got some things here I want to play. Just some interesting things. Tomorrow morning is going to be a good show. I don't want to tell you what it is yet. Hold on. What's your opinion? What is this? Oh, this is amazing. I was going to play this tomorrow morning and I probably still will. But this is the society we live in today. This is unbelievable. This is my nephew. Well, it's not him. But this is what my nephew is like. And he's almost 30. And this is him in this girl. This is my nephew in this girl. Watch.
I think the best thing would be to start with a job.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. No. She needs a job.
No.
And I think it would be great if you volunteered some more at the soup kitchen. You can do some great volunteer work down there.
I did that.
No.
I started with a babysitter. I think my first job was at IHOP.
Oh, you don't pay me to babysit. She makes me babysit for free.
She doesn't need a job babysitting. She needs a job in the world.
No.
She doesn't need a job at home. She needs a job in the world. You need a job.
No, I don't want a job.
Well, I know.
It's so much work. I'm so tired from work. I don't want to do that.
I think the
Oh my God. That's my nephew. I don't work. It's hard, and I don't like being in front of people. I hate people, he says. I thought that was hysterical. I couldn't stop laughing for like many minutes. I thought that was just brilliant. No, it's hard. I love that. No. No. Oh yeah, this is for tomorrow. I can't play this video. I've got a lot of good things already set up for tomorrow morning. It's going to be fun. So you want to, they had the Brazilian UFO Congress, the UFO hearing in Brazil. I've got a little video here I want to play for you. I guess Lou was going to be speaking at these, right? It was 5 hours and 35 minutes, but not just on UFOs. Oh yeah, they don't give us a specific area to go to. Oh, I can't watch that. Yeah, we're not doing that now. That's a 5-hour video. Forget it. Strange UFO sightings in Indonesia. Hey, by the way, I want to thank you guys for supporting the show. You know, we do this 7 days a week and, you know, more than once a day now. So I appreciate the support. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the description. You guys are incredibly generous and I appreciate that. But let me play this video for you because this may be solvable. Here we go. No, it's hard. Love that. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow. No. She needs to work in front of people. No, it's hard. Now this looks real. This looks actually legit. What the hell is this? Skydivers? Oh, you know what it... Okay, first off, I am not 100% sure, but I hate Psionics cameras. Hate them. And anytime I see a video that has a psionic camera used, I'm very curious. This is amazing, though. I don't know what is going on here. This is wicked. Holy shit. $20. South Point 1360. Thank you so much. Hey, let me look at you. Thank you. That's a super dono. No sticker and no comment. That's just pure love. Thank you. South Point 1360. You've been a fan and a friend of the show and a continuing supporter of GUFON for a long time. Thank you. Yeah. Oh.
Truthology for ufology.
Thank you, South Point 1360. And a mucho gusto. Generoso. That sighting's pretty freaking awesome. I'm going to play it again. See, you know why I don't like the Psionics? The Psionics camera gives you colors and brightness that aren't true. The camera is great for nighttime shit. Believe me, I love it. But the colors aren't accurate. And if you have a Psionics camera, for the love of God, put it on regular video mode. I want to see what it looks like in a real video status. Or if you have another camera, can you please record it on another camera? Oh, these Psionics cameras are bullshit. Because I know somebody who used the Psionics camera and I questioned the videos that were being sent. Oh, this one's purple. I'm like, it's not purple. It's the psionics change. Oh, this one's fluorescent green. There's no objects like this. Why am I yelling? Here we've got a beautiful, looks like a tear in the sky or something here, Molly. Well, we got a couple of bright lights there. Got an orange one and a red. Holy shit, it's taking a dump on the other one. Look at this. It's dumping on the other light. Oh, and the other light's just, it's excreting something from the undercarriage. I don't know. Are these male or female entity? Holy shit. There's two sitting over there on the side. They look like disc-shaped objects. One looks like the... Holy shit! Did you see this? They're sucking up into each other. Holy shit. Oh, my God. They're making this one bigger. Somebody call 911. Holy shit. They're taking a dump again. Now, I see what's going on here. The big one on top is sucking from the other two. It sucks it down. It throws it on them, and it sucks it back up. This one here is like a little tear in the sky. I bet you, oh shit, it's Gambino or Bongino. Holy Pope Francis. Yeah, it's a good sighting. It's a good sighting. It's a good sighting. What's that? I got another message. Hold on. Holy. No. 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 No, no. Oh, come on. What? Hold on. Here? Oh. Oh, hold on. Wait. Whoa. What is this? All right, that's not happening. Yeah, I know, right? 124, 138. We had 139, I guess we're watching before. Only 74 likes. Come on, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this stuff. This is, nobody else is teaching you. Do you understand what I just did tonight in the last 3 months? I'm giving you guys gold. Gold. No, it's true. It is. It's gold. Nobody's doing this. Nobody cares. You know, no, it's not that nobody cares. Nobody knows. Nobody knows how to catch perfect UFO videos. They just think it's point and click. Right? There's more to it. There's more to it. And this is what's going on in ufology too. Let me show you. It starts at the top with the president of the United States. You know this, right? Right? I got to show you something. This is why the UFO community is getting watered down, because our own president cheats, uses note cards, takes shortcuts because he has to, right? I get it, but you don't. And in this documentary, that Skinwalker documentary, when they were just reading off a teleprompter, not talking from the heart, that shows up to me. And it starts at the top, and we know ufology right now. This is why ufology is, once Biden is gone and this administration is done, ufology is going back to the way it was. Sadly. So I think in the next 1.5 to 2 years, we better do everything we can to get laws in place, because they will not stay the same. We've seen this every 4 to 8 years. The funding goes away. The agreements are signed off as no more funding, no more help, no more UFO room, no more ATIP, no more OSAP, no more TTSA, even though that wasn't government, it really was, because we all know TTSA turned into ATIP or OSAP, depending on what Lou was. But check this out. This is not okay for the leader of the free world.
Here's the photo. Joe Biden holding his note card. What does it say on that note card? This is legitimately terrifying. Read this with me, all right? So here's Joe Biden's note card, real photo. You enter the Roosevelt room and you say hello to the participants. You take your seat. Press enters. You give the comments. 2 minutes. Press departs. You ask Liz Schuler of the AFL-CIO a question. Liz is joining virtually. You leave the event. You thank everyone participating. You depart. What does this look like? You do this. You do that. Please, Grandpa, don't soil yourself.
He was holding the card. It's not the first time he's done it, but this one is printed up so clear. I mean, you just can't look at it. That's the card. It's crazy. You go sit. You do this. And they capitalize you like me. This is why ufology is getting so watered down more and more. It used to be the thing that I talked about a lot, is how watered down this field is getting because we're accepting this. Well, not really. But do we have a choice? They're bringing their ideology, their way of thinking into this field, and it's destroying everything. It's based on lies, and we see it. And what can we do? We can't do anything. All I can do is show you, and hopefully you can make the decision for yourself on who to vote for, who you will follow in ufology. It is really, really scary right now. It's really scary. I'm reading a note I just got. Unbelievably funny. The Senate Select Committee on Intelligence passed the Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2023 yesterday or Friday. Why do we care in ufology? Well, you'll see. I don't understand what just happened. I clicked on the screen and it's just thinking. There it goes. Enhancing overnight IC and Department of Defense collection and reporting on unidentified aerospace undersea phenomena and maintaining strong congressional oversight of and protections for IC whistleblowers who come forward to report waste, fraud, or abuse. Ensuring continued support to the victims of anomalous health incidents like the Havana syndrome, and maintaining continued oversight over the IC's investigations into the causes of anomalous health incidents, whatever. Yeah, we know all this. You see what I mean? Constant pounding over our head. This is a reply to Gary Nolan on, it says, based on many testimonies, this seems to be the main explanation as to how these occupants behave, move, act, etc., and would make sense for covering such distances or risky trips. Following question, who made them? Well, our good friend, who's not a friend at all, but Red Rum Joe, always has an answer on Twitter for such things. And he says they may not be traveling from anywhere if they're based here. Of course they, you dummy. if they're based here, it's possible they don't have any physical form, but can create physical forms and craft using their advanced abilities, tech. That would be the proxy that represents them and their way of trying to communicate. It's talking as if it's like a fact, you know? That's Red Rum Joe. And somebody down here at the bottom, Ayo Yachin, says, I love UFO Twitter, but I can't help but get the sense that a lot of y'all have followed ex-government spooks deep into the weeds. Isn't that true? When did we go from not trusting the government? Oh, I know when we started to trust the government. Lou! Lou did that to you. Wake up! Wake up! What has gone our way in ufology lately? What have we seen? What is the uptick? What is the positive we've seen? The AOI MSG office, right? Right? This is over the last couple of years. We got that office just recently, but they're not going to be transparent, even though they have to report to Congress once a year. They're not going to show us anything. As Lou said, they have now gone into the same office where he used to run ATIP or OSAP, and the secrecy will remain. All right. But nonetheless, we now have that office as an official reporting center where pilots now can report any harm that may have been caused to them by being close in proximity of UFOs. They are now allowed to report UFO events and other things without being ridiculed and without being forced to fly a desk. What's the third thing? There's two things, right? What's the third? There's got to be one more thing that has come out of this. The congressional hearing, that was the first one. So there should be another one next year. It's just once a year. That's it. They don't have them every 6 months, just once a year. So from year to year, you're going to get the same thing you got this year. Boop. Big fat zero. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like we've progressed? If we did progress, it is the smallest step in the right direction I can imagine. They didn't show us anything. There was no data to go over. There was nothing new that was spoken. So really, that congressional hearing was just the beginning. But now we have to wait another year. For what? You're not going to see anything or hear anything. You know that, right? So basically, it looks like they're doing a lot of work to get the... the Pentagon admitted that UFOs are real. And now that they're officially, NASA's working, right? NASA is another one. They said they are now officially, even though they've always been into the UFO thing, we know that. Lou has always been against the government. I know, right? Michael Franks. Lou has always been against the government because they keep shit secret. But Lou works for the government. And don't fall for the story that Lou's telling us. Right, guys? Lou, all of this is all planned. It's all planned. It's to make it look like Lou's an important guy, that he's talking about UFOs and the government's against him. It's bullshit. The whole thing is bullshit. Everything is. The IG complaint, sure, it looks real, but you know what's going to happen. Boop, nothing. It's bullshit. Lou shaved off his pussy track, that thing he had, right? His thing. Sorry, ladies, but that's what it is. It was just a landing strip. And he cut that off because he no longer what? Believes in the government. Isn't that what I was told? When they grow that thing, that's like showing they're going against the government's facial thing. Like you can't have a beard or you can't have freaky landing strips on your face. But he shaved it off because we made fun of it so much. But yeah, right. Lou says he's not licking the boots of the government, but he is. He needs them more than they need him. And don't you think it makes it look like he's more important if it looks like the government's going against him, trying to hide who he really is, when they didn't do that? We know who Lou is. They just erased all the emails and all the shit and all the stuff that he supposedly worked with. I think it's a lie. I think the whole thing is part of the story to make him look more important than he really is. Oh, he's like Fox Mulder. No. He's like Richard Doty. Worse. All right, what else? So Red Rum Joe says they may not be traveling from anywhere. If they're based here, it's possible they don't have any physical form. Oh, I already read this? Yeah. Okay, so let's get out of there. On a scale from 1 to 10, and I want you guys to put a number in there, in the chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst, 1 not. How stupid are people today? On a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being really stupid, 1 not so stupid. Go ahead and put your number in the chat. 420? Yeah, that's definitely stupid. Definitely. I'm looking at something. Yeah. True. Let's get rid of that. 311, 39. My goodness. Wow. People are that dumb. 4. Wow. 10. People are really stupid. 11. Yeah. I saw a 3 in there somewhere from Brave thinks people are pretty smart. James, that's a good number. 11, Dank, 2, pretty smart. 8, 10. Well, I tell you what I think. On a scale of 1 to 10, how stupid are people today? And you're not going to like this. But I'm going to say it's an 8 to 8.5. You can go out, and I wanted to do this, and I'm such a lazy prick that I'm surprised I haven't done it, and interview people and just ask them stuff like Jay Leno did, like who was the 16th president of the United States? George Washington? It's like, how do you not know? Like, how many states are there? And everybody was saying 51. Somebody said 48. No. Can you name all the continents? No. People can only name like 4. What is the ocean that borders New York? People say they don't know. They say the big one or the Pacific. It's the Atlantic. A lot of people say, what country or countries border the United States? And everybody will say that these people were like, countries? There's no countries. What are you talking about? Mexico, Canada, hello. Oh, right. What is the biggest state in the United States? Texas, California. It's Alaska, right? These are common things that people should know. What's the equator? People don't, it's a monetary, it's $1, a quarter of a dollar. It's amazing. People are not that bright when it comes to simple stuff. We don't live life. See, when we go to school, they should teach us things that we need to know. Like trigonometry, the reason they teach geometry, trigonometry, they want your brain to think. They want your brain to be problem solving. They want you to have critical thinking. That's why school is important. That's why learning is important. That's why reading is important. That's why when you go outside and you record something, you know what you're doing. Read about how to, there are no books. There's nothing out there that teaches you about ufology. All we have are books with evidence. We have books with Roswell, Rendlesham Forest, all sorts of shit. But nobody's teaching you. You're welcome. Nobody. So I saw the most ridiculous tweet. I don't know why this guy, Alex Mistretta, I don't even know why he's on Twitter. Nobody ever cares about what this guy says, but he's out there all the time. And he says something like this today. Reminder, this is a UFO expert that actually does meaningful work, absolutely deserves to be paid for doing the work the complainers all over UFO Twitter and UAP UFOs community are not doing or aren't qualified to. Dr. Travis Taylor has been revealed as the Pentagon's chief UFO scientist. So I wrote, he's awful and not that bright for a smart guy. He has done the unthinkable and lied to everyone. Haven't you heard? I know more about UFOs than this guy. How can people be this gullible about him? He is getting paid and wrongfully so. Say goodbye to Travis. No one cares anymore. And Mystic 15, is that what I think it is? $100. Mystic 15, my God. Let me look at you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You just gave me goosebumps. That's really very, very sweet. That is super kind. Thank you for that. You have no idea. Thank you, Mystic 15, for the $100 tuition fee. Thank you, sir. And good. All over those who don't critical think. Mucho gusto. Generoso. Thanks, man. That's really freaking generous. Appreciate it. Everybody tonight. Thank you. From 1 to 100. That is really, really nice. I can't thank you enough, man. Yeah, ever since the Cambion thing, ever since he put out videos of me lying about me in third phase, Super Chats took a tank, a big tank. And I don't see how people can believe what he was doing and saying that it actually affected my ability to work. It's really bullshit what happened. Thank you, Mystic 15, sincerely. And everybody else, thank you so much for the super chats tonight. That about ends the class. On a high note, thank you very much. Hold on, I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, and Nathan with a $2 PayPal. Thank you, bro. You're a continuing supporter, a really good friend of the show. Thank you, Nathan. Nathan Nitsky, Nathan's Hot Dogs, Nathan Allen. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your support. You can still help support the show through the thank you button or thanks button. They should call it thank you. After the show ends, you can still do it. The link is underneath every video. But all the links to help me and GUFON succeed are in the description of the show. And I appreciate it more than you know, because this is my job. And you know, I do rely on your help, and I understand, you know, we live in a day and age where things are different. They're not even the same as 2 months ago. But I appreciate it more than I can ever express back, which is why I like doing this every day. I like to give back this way. And with the daytime show, you know, that's something just to get my mind clear of ufology so I can come back fresh. I love doing that daytime show. I really do. But you get to see a different side of me too. You get to hear different opinions and different viewpoints on real life situations and things that we're all struggling with or succeeding with. Real life relationships to sporting events and money and you know, anything you could think of, I'll be talking about. And I have a good name for the show I think you might like, and you'll see it. So I want to thank moderators, super chatters. Thank you very much. Again, off the charts tonight. Thank you for everything. And the newcomers and the veterans, I saw a couple new faces here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, GUFON. No matter what you may have heard, it's not what you heard. I promise you, it's a lot better. And I, for one, am happy to be doing this every night. Anyway, with that being said, we really are truthology for ufology. 110%, right? Yeah. See? Told you. With that being said, have a great rest of your Sunday. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on GUFON Lives or the new show. You'll see. Have a good Sunday night, and alien bless.